ones, and how they might turn into large makeshift camps for the homeless. The court ruling that a bylaw in the city of Victoria that prohibits tent cities in parks and public places violates the rights of the homeless. And that raises questions about parks in other communities, including Vancouver, and what that might mean when the world comes to visit for the 2010 Olympics.
In Victoria today, a small city park was suddenly transformed into a makeshift campground a day after the city's bylaw banning overnight camping was struck down by the BC Supreme Court. David Johnson, who sued the city, successfully argued that the homeless have a right to sleep outdoors on public property.
Yesterday it was illegal to set up a tent in the park, and today it's legal.
Outside Vancouver City Hall, protesters have been highlighting the issue of homelessness as part of Homeless Action Week, demanding something be done to help accommodate the hundreds of people who don't have a permanent roof over their heads. And organizers say if a tent city forces politicians into action, then so be it.
And as people set up tents and congregate in certain places, it'll become more visible to the public, and I think there'll be much more of a kind of an outcry that something has to be done. So the pressure is going to be on the politicians to respond in a serious way.
I'm sure it's a concern for people across Vancouver that want the park space, but I think people are incredibly passionate right now about solving homelessness. And I think we need to channel that motivation into finding the right solutions here, which are getting space indoors for people rather than forcing them to fend for themselves in our parks.
I don't think our parks should be used for homeless shelters. I don't think we should be using shelters to solve the homelessness issue. We should be building homes for them. We should be dealing with mental health issues. We should be dealing with drug addiction issues. That's the way to solve them, because our experience with tent cities in parks and anywhere is that they become dangerous, they're unsafe.
City officials fear tent cities will suddenly be popping up all over the place as a result of the court decision. At Oppenheimer Park in the heart of the downtown east side, no tents yet, and the Parks Board hopes to keep it that way.
Well, at this point in time, our bylaws remain in effect, and that is that there are no structures allowed on our city streets or in our parks.
So as far as you know, the Vancouver bylaws still stand and are still being enforced as you're concerned?
Yes, at this point they are enforced as they are right now.
Meantime, the City of Victoria is expected to announce Thursday whether it plans to appeal the ruling of the BC Supreme Court.